Welcome back to another episode of Sips and Screams, where twin sister horror movie fanatics sip themed cocktails and discuss our favorites in the genre. Today we are discussing 2026's Obsession, written and directed by Curry Barker and starring Indy Navarrete, Michael Johnston, Megan Lawless, and Cooper Tomlinson. This one has become quite literally an obsession in the horror community and beyond. It was a huge hit in the theaters, and it's streaming now on Peacock. And it's about a cautionary tale of being careful what you wish for. It's got a close-knit friend group, secret crushes, blood, gore, violence, and just really a lack of accountability from our leading man for basically ruining someone's life instead of, telling her how you feel. This one is a new type of slasher stalker film, and we cannot wait to unpack it all. I'm Ashley, and joining me today, as always, is my twin sister, Allie. Allie, what's up? Are you ready to get obsessed? Ready to do this?
I am ready to get obsessed. I think it's so funny, Ash. I think out of all of the episodes we've done, this one might have been the most requested.
Yeah.
By friends of ours, by people on social. So very excited to dig into it. People want to hear our take on it, I guess.
People that like horror, people that don't like horror.
I know.
Everybody likes this movie.
It's really, it's got
like comedy.
97. Is it 97 on Rotten Tomatoes or something? It's something crazy.
It's something crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to get into it. We can't wait. As always, you can follow us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Our handle is @Sips and Screams Pod. Please like, rate, and subscribe, and/or, leave a comment. You can also email us at sipsandscreams.podcast@gmail.com, and we are absolutely everywhere where you get your podcasts. All right, we're recording this one on a Sunday morning, as we like to do. Maybe actually it's kind of like Sunday afternoon.
Early afternoon at this
early
point,
afternoon.
It is.
On a Sunday.
So it's not so early.
So what do we got? We had a few choices for this one. And what time is it, Al?
Oh, it is killer cocktail time.
That's right.
We did have a few choices on this one. I definitely veered more towards the one that we did choose in the end. But we had a couple choices, during trivia, the gang liked to do some shots. They were drinking tequila.
They also Bear liked his pina coladas at a dive bar.
A weird choice. It's a weird choice at a dive bar. Like, do they even have a blender there? Like, I don't even know.
I think it was a traditional pina colada. Like, you don't have to get it blended. Do people know that? Like, you can just get it with the milk.
I mean, I know that because I've gotten one not blended before, but I'm not, as you know, not a huge pina colada fan. I'm not a huge pina colada fan. Like, just not.
I enjoy a pina colada on the beach, like one, to get the party started with the rum float.
Get the party started.
A rum floater on the top. Rum
Okay.
Runners. Oh, in St. Pete Beach. Yeah, sure. At this bar called Rum Runners in St. Pete Beach. But you get the pina colada and then you ask for the rum float on top.
Yeah, the rum float on top. So
you always say yes. Would you like a rum float? Absolutely, I would.
Yeah. Yes is always the answer. But you know what? We spent a lot of time talking about rum, and we're not drinking a rum drink today. We will, everybody, we will. But we went back to a tried and true tequila. Because you know what? Nikki liked her tequila shots, and we like tequila too. But I'm not shooting those on a Sunday early afternoon. So we made ranch waters.
Yep.
Some version of ranch waters. What'd you make, Ash?
Well, I got groceries this morning, but I forgot mine.
I know people like this sound. I know that.
Yeah. Mine's not, I can't, wait, that is really great.
Yeah, it's really good.
No, I can't make the sound.
You're welcome, listeners. You're welcome.
Mine's too full. I have tequila. I have a grapefruit soda, like a LaCroix. And I had no lime, so I put a little bit of agave in it. And
but the fact that agave is your replacement for lime makes zero sense, Ash.
Yeah, it makes no sense. I just needed something extra. Okay. All right. Well, I tested it and it was a little too much. So I'm like, I gotta eat a little bit of sweet.
All right. Well, mine is tequila, Casamigos Blanco, because that's my favorite. And
I don't know what mine is. It's a nice one. It's a nice Blanco.
You don't know what tequila it is?
It starts with a T. No? It starts with a T.
Oh, Terramana. It's Terramana. It's the Rocks tequila. That's also very good.
Yeah, I like this Casamigos. Is the Rocks tequila.
Yeah, this is the Rocks tequila.
Cool. It's very
good. But mine's, with some Perrier because you can't get Topo Chico, Maryland, apparently. And
can't get it in Tampa.
Lime. Yeah.
I don't know. Where can you get it? Is anyone able to secure
Let us know.
Topo Chico? Because
I would love to
not available.
Okay, this is a substitute. I'm enjoying it. Yeah. Cheers, Ash.
Cheers. Mine's great. Started, and the agave,
it's so good.
Adds a little something.
No, not it. I used to like agave in mine, but now I just a little fruit.
Well, I didn't have any fruit, so this is where we are.
Here we are. I will take it, Ash. Very excited to get into Obsession.
Let's do it. Okay, it's time for Sips and Synopsis. Allie, why don't you take it away and tell us about the plot of Obsession?
So excited about this one. Also doing a new one. I think we've ventured out beyond kind of the old school ones. We're doing some
Classics.
newer movies this year, which is really great.
And that's because it's like the year of horror.
I really enjoy the conversations we're having, people on socials and friends, and people really did want us to do this movie. So we're really
in the
excited about it.
street.
Yeah. To talk about Obsession. Yeah.
And you're like, I got to save it for the pod.
I have to save it for the pod. That's
You
right.
need to tune
Neighbor
in.
ours was like wondering when we're doing it. I had to save it for the pod, but yeah, very excited to get into this one. I will say the atmosphere that the director created, so great throughout the entire movie. And the very initial scene, right, starts out, we're going to call him our protagonist, antagonist. I'm not sure what we're going to call him. We're going to loosely call him our protagonist, Bear. Starts out, he's practicing or he's speaking in front of friends. You don't know he's practicing yet, right? He's speaking, he's telling someone how much he feels for them. And he talks about how his Nana passed away and how this girl, Nikki, was there for him. And we realize that he's actually just practicing a speech that he's going to say in front of this girl, Nikki, who he apparently has a crush on. And apparently he's been there for him in his time of need.
He's giving real incel vibes from the very beginning.
He is giving incel vibes.
You're watching this?
Movie. Yeah.
Incel vibes.
Yeah.
The diner looks really cute though.
It does.
Yeah.
And so it's one of the waitresses at the diner who's actually sitting across from him,
voluntarily.
Who would do that? But we meet his friend. We meet Bear's friend Ian, right? Who's telling him like, no, that's like too sappy. Like Nikki's telling her to like, Nikki doesn't like that. Like be playfully make fun of her. Like doing all that, the stereotypical tropes, right? That guys like to use to flirt with girls.
Like pull the pigtails on the playground.
Yeah, exactly.
In grade 2.
Exactly. But we do learn they like trivia, which I'm into. Because I'm also a trivia fan. So, Bear's like, I'm going to ask her tonight. I'm going to tell her how I feel tonight. It's trivia night. Ian's not too happy about that.
Yeah.
Going to ruin the vibes of trivia and like they want to win. And I have to say this, I do agree with Ian. But I do agree with Ian on this. Don't do it in a group setting at trivia. Like don't ruin that, Trivia is important for people to take it seriously.
Yeah. I mean, maybe wait till the end of the night. But more on that later.
So Bear, now Bear's going home. Cut to him.
Oh God.
Cut to him going home. And he finds his cat dead on the floor from an overdose.
I don't mean to laugh.
No, I don't even know what else to say.
What did he overdose on, Al?
The cat overdosed on his grandmother's or Nana's pills.
Nana's pills.
I don't know how.
Antidepressants, sleeping
Sally.
pills.
Is it Sally? Sandy. Sandy's the cat's name. I don't know how Sandy got them. I'm assuming it was like opioids.
What do you mean? Your cats, what do you mean? How they got them? Your cats go up on the counters and they open things. I've seen it.
Okay.
They're very dexterous.
Yeah. So what it got into?
Dexterous?
I don't think that's it at all.
Okay. Well, they can get into things.
They can. They can jump and get into things. So what? So we think Sandy jumped up into the medicine cabinet of the bathroom and took those pills out and opened it. Like how? It's like child.
Well, what are the other options? The ghost grandmother like laid them out because the grandmother's dead.
No, but even if it did, this is my question for you, Ash. Even if the cat did get up and took the pill bottle, I think it's totally possible that they took the pill bottle. How did they open the pill bottle? How?
That's true. Oh, that's a good point. Okay. So maybe Bear left it out.
I think Bear left it out. I think Bear was going through something and left it out. But
there's sleeping pills, right? Yeah, there's sleeping pills. Antidepressants can be prescribed as sleeping pills. And
okay, well, you would know. Yeah. And she would know because she's a sleep expert. Anyway, taking antidepressants, everybody. I just had to clarify.
So we don't know how the cat got these pills, but
no, we don't.
The cat did. And
the cat
ate
did.
Them all.
Cat died, and Bear's grieving that cat. Yeah. So we learn throughout multiple conversations, right? They all work they all do. The four group of friends, Ian, Sarah, Nikki, and Bear all work at a music store that Sarah's dad owns. And so I guess Bear, obviously he's distraught because his cat died. So he's off for a day.
Yeah. I found their shifts interesting. Like a lot of the time
together.
They're all together working all the time.
At the music store, like, is it that busy?
I don't know. Yeah. I frequented a lot of music stores and they were never busy. It's only like specialists that go in there. And yet the people working there were never that helpful, never that friendly. So it's like,
I'm not sure these people were helpful at all, but I don't think they cared that much. I don't think it was like a career move,
Mm-hmm.
but Yeah, Bear took the day off to grieve his cat. His friend Nikki calls, right? Wants to know if he's coming to trivia because she's going to go reserve a booth or table or whatever they do. And she shares with him that she's actually quitting soon. She's going to give her 2 weeks notice. So this, obviously he's concerned about that because he's only got limited time now to tell her how he feels.
Dear God.
Yeah.
Just do it.
But during that phone call, when she convinces him, I guess, to come out to trivia, even though he's grieving his dead cat, she drops a necklace in a grate. And so he's like, this is my chance, I guess. I'm going to go replace that necklace and give that to her as some sort of term of endearment or object of endearment, I guess.
Yeah. I love the store that he goes to. So
it is. So he goes to, like, what would you call it? I mean, it's kind of like a catch-all store. Like they have crystals, they've got
witchery,
like a voodoo store, maybe.
Yeah. It reminded me of the place in the Craft. It reminded me of that.
It did.
The store they go to in the Craft.
Yeah. Kind of like there's a lot of things going on in that store. He's checking out the crystal necklaces, does not find one he likes, I guess. And he does see something that intrigues him though.
He sure does.
And it's this little box, and it's called One Wish Willow.
What a name.
Yeah, it's a really good name. It's a little like white box with red lettering, and you make a wish on this thing and it's supposed to come true. So he's, I guess, intrigued. He forgets all about
the crystal necklace.
Yeah. And he gets this One Wish Willow, and that's, I guess, what he's taking as a present for her at that point.
No. He still gets, no.
He does?
He buys,
I thought he only got the One Wish Willow.
No, he buys the crystal necklace.
I don't think so, Ash.
Yes, he does. He gives it to her.
I thought he didn't find one. No, he doesn't. He doesn't give it to her. No,
he says, I have a present for you. Oh, yes,
he does.
The
One Wish Willow.
No, it's not.
No, he doesn't buy it. I'm telling you.
He buys the necklace, and it's like the crystal is like kind of big. You're like, would you want to wear that around your neck? He 100% buys the necklace.
Okay, well that makes more sense. I missed that.
He wasn't going to give her the One Wish Willow. What are you talking about?
I thought he was.
No, okay, you're misreading the movie. No, he bought the necklace.
Okay, well, listeners, let us know who's right. Did he buy the necklace? Because I just rewatched this a couple of hours ago. I did not see
an important plot point.
I missed it twice that he bought the necklace. One Wish Willow takes it with him. Apparently may or may not have a necklace. Ash thinks he does. I don't think he does. Now he's at trivia. They're at trivia. They're all hanging out. Nikki, cool Sarah. And yeah, it looks fun. Like I would be down. Like absolutely.
The vibes between Sarah and Bear right away. Like, well, these
clearly Sarah's
belong together.
They do. They've got some good vibes. They're like, let's get shots. So Nikki goes up, orders some tequila shots. Bear orders a pina colada.
Non-mixed.
But they're being a little flirty too. Like, not going to lie, like at the bar that night, right?
They are.
Yeah. But I guess a bunch of them found out about his dead cat, right? Sandy. So Sarah even gives him a hug. Again, they're trying to console him over his dead cat a little bit at least.
Yeah.
But we don't know if they won trivia. It is. And we don't know if they won trivia that night. But they leave. Ian and Sarah want to keep going, want to go to the next bar in their little town. Nikki does not. So Bear's like, here's my chance and I'm going to drive her home.
Where is the town?
It's somewhere in Massachusetts. It's somewhere in Massachusetts because we were watching it. No, I believe it's Massachusetts because there's somewhere in the movie where it says something Mass. So, yeah, it's East Coast. Nikki's talking about how she wants to write, right? So she wants to quit her job because she wants to focus on her writing.
Such a cliche.
And it is such a cliche, but she also talks about how she needs to feel love and how she's writing a love story. And he's like, oh, a romance. And she's like, no, it's not a romance. It's a love story. And she makes a very specific, she corrects him on that. But, it clearly seems like they can talk to each other. Right? They do have a closeness, especially like her ride.
If the love story is the one she reads later, that's a real dark love story. That's all I'm going to say. Her view on love might be a little distorted.
Might be a little messed up.
Like a little bit.
Yeah, we'll get to that at Ian's party. But, as he drops her off, as Bear drops Nikki off, she tells Bear that Sarah was asking about him and that basically that Sarah has a crush on him. And the way she says it is a little pick-me to me, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah.
Right? Not really like,
I think she
giving
is
Sarah
a pick-me.
She's a pick-me girl before all that happens. I think so. But she asks him flat out though. She asks him flat out if he has a crush on her. And he says no. He doesn't use that opportunity.
Cowers.
Yeah, he does.
Under the weight of that question.
He does. And it was after he called her Freaky Nikki because Ian said to do that, right? Playfully make fun of her. Again, we don't know why she was called Freaky Nikki, right, Ash? We don't know why, but we know she was when she was a kid and she doesn't like it.
He says it so awkwardly. It's an uncomfortable watch, that car scene.
Yeah,
it's uncomfortable.
It is.
Not gonna lie.
And, you know, he's regretting not telling her that he does like her, right? Because she asked him. He had his opportunity.
Yeah, just say it. You're like, what, 25?
Yeah, they're like 25. Yeah, they're not like in high school. It's ridiculous.
Just say it. My God, man.
He's like mad at himself that he didn't say it. He realizes, he's got his little one wish willow, right?
Yeah.
Takes that out. It's like, okay. Breaks it, makes his wish, and, you know, wishes that Nikki loves him more than anyone else in the whole world.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it seems like it works immediately.
Oh, it's
something changes. The second he wishes it, all of a sudden Nikki is there standing on the porch of her house.
And she just went inside. It's such a good.
It's very good.
The cinematography, like right away.
The lighting is so good and everything.
It's so good. She's just standing there like a shadow. It's so good.
Yeah. And
now it's like horror.
To the car. It is. It shifts from like the buddy comedy, whatever, love story, romance to a horror.
Yeah.
And so she comes out, right? And she's acting kind of weird. Like she's saying things about, sorry about that her cat died.
Yeah,
and it was actually his cat. And that her dad's sick or her grandfather's sick. She's saying all these weird things. And it's almost like she's like short circuiting or something, right? Like this is my perception when I was watching.
Like
it's
a robot. Yes.
And she almost doesn't realize what she's saying. It's very weird. She's laughing in it like uncontrollably at times. But you know, she wants to be around him. So she tries to get him to come into her house. Mm-hmm. He's like, what is going on? They like to say, the amount of, I think you can make a drinking game of the amount of times they say the F word in this too. They're saying it just like all the time.
All the time. But okay.
Stop your record.
She's so good, but his reaction is great too. She's like, what? Like, what's going on?
Because he wouldn't believe,
very, like, natural.
You wouldn't think that it would happen. Because you're like, obviously this is like a little toy I bought at the store.
Yeah.
You're like, what is this?
Yeah. Like, why are you acting so weird?
Yeah.
Like, because her personality is kind of her, but not her. Yeah. Changes immediately. And so I love that scene. It was so good.
Yes, it was so good. And then her kind of realizing it at times was like going back to it. It's so great.
Yeah.
But she gets into his car and then she tells him a story about how her dad is dying of cancer. And so that plays at his heartstrings. So she goes home with him, basically. She doesn't want to be alone. So Bear takes her home to his apartment, his
grandmother's apartment that she died and left it to him.
Yeah. Again. Not just the apartment, but all the pills in it, apparently.
Yeah. You're right. So this was like a recent.
They didn't clean it out. Yeah. But you know, they go into his apartment. She's again still acting kind of weird, talking about how it smells like him, and just a lot of interesting things that she's saying. And is acting as if it's weird, but he's not stopping any of it yet, right? She gets into his bed, like takes off her shirt. She wants him to sleep in the bed with her.
Yeah.
So they're in bed and she starts kissing him. Mm-hmm. Right. And so they're kissing for the first time. He's obviously excited about that. And then it cuts to her freaking out and jumping off the bed and realizing what she's doing. And it's like, it's such a split second thing. She realizes it. And then she goes immediately back to normal and he starts freaking out. Like, I thought that's what you wanted. And it's just there are these moments throughout the movie where like, obviously she's being controlled by something. And that's my bone to pick with it. Obviously, that first one you would know, right? Like she freaks out and he's like, what is going on? You're acting so weird. It's like, well, you just made like a wish, buddy. Like, do you think it's
you were
like,
not
has
innocent,
anything to do with
my
that?
friend?
You're not.
Yes.
But she tells him, it's a panic attack. And so they go back to bed, I guess, but Bear doesn't sleep in the bed with her. And he, in the middle of the night, starts searching about One Wish Willow. So I guess he is thinking about it, right? Like, is there some truth to this? But you go online and a lot of people are saying like, yes, it's real. And everyone's like, no, it's like fake, like whatever.
I liked that scene though.
Me too. Because
you're like,
because I was like, half
is it real?
Almost.
Is it not? Yeah. Because right now you're like, well, it could be real.
Yeah.
She's not like acting completely crazy yet.
Not yet. There's some weird things happening, but it's not too insane yet.
Yeah.
So it's the next morning. He comes out to the kitchen. Nikki made him breakfast.
Yeah.
But not just breakfast. Yeah. She made him breakfast and she set up a memorial. A memorial for Sandy, his dead cat. And so I didn't talk about this earlier, but Bear had actually, put the deceased body of Sandy in the trash.
Wait, Sandy was the cat.
Sandy, yes.
Okay. That wasn't the grandmother.
No,
the grandmother
Barbara.
was Nana. Oh, Barbara. Was the
I believe the grandmother's name is Barbara Bailey because you can see it on the pill bottle. But no, Sandy's the cat, and she made a memorial to the cat who died like the day prior, right? And so
she dug it out of the trash.
Yeah, she dug it out of the trash because the day prior, you see him like putting it in the trash.
No, it's done at that point.
Yeah, but
I thought you'd like it. Is that what she said?
I think so. She's like constantly apologizing to him, and it's like, well, yeah. Again, maybe that's the moment you're like, I don't think something like all is right here.
Yeah.
It's at work. The next day at the music store, Bear's telling his friend Ian that Nikki was acting weird, and he told her that her dad was dying of cancer. And Ian's like, did you tell her how he felt? And he's like, well, no. And so they're trying to like understand like what's going on. Right. And they think, oh, maybe she was on drugs. Like maybe she was on Molly.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And all during that too, because they all work together. Right. So there's like the great
same
scene where
shift
she's like staring at him. Yeah. Apparently they're all, well, not always the same shift, Ash. Not always.
That's true. Okay. There's one. Yeah. Later.
But she's kind of staring at them. But yeah, they're kind of convinced, okay, she must be on drugs because she's acting like really, really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. So end of the shift, Ian actually takes Nikki home that night. Right. And I guess during that car ride, he tells Nikki like that Bear thinks she's acting kind of weird, right? She was acting kind of weird.
Yeah.
So that Nikki shows up at Bear's house that night and tells him that and like a nice
No, she's looking good. She's got like a little red number on.
Yeah, she does. And she admits to him that she was on drugs, right? So there's it's again
on Molly.
Interesting. Yeah, on Molly. And she's like, I know that you like me. She likes him too. She tells him that she liked him since Christmas. And then, now they're basically in a relationship and cut to the montage of them doing cute relationship stuff for the next like couple of minutes.
I love this montage. It's like,
so do I.
She's
the music's
playing
great.
guitar.
It cuts to them. Yeah.
She actually has musical talent because she's like playing the guitar, right?
Yeah.
Because you're like, none of these people seem, I guess the other Sarah seems kind of artsy. But I love the montage because it seems like a romantic comedy, if you will.
It does. It definitely pulls from romantic comedy movies. But there's some weirdness in it, right? You see they're watching a movie and she's like keeps staring at him. He keeps like pushing her away. So it's a romantic comedy montage, but there's a little more to it than that. So now, cut to them at dinner. Bear and Nikki having a little romantic dinner.
Man, this movie moves.
It does. It's great. I love that it moves as fast as it does. And, Bear's asking Nikki about her dad, like how her dad's doing. She kind of is avoiding talking about that. But he does admit to her that if he wasn't doing what he was doing, like at the music store, that he would like to be a food critic maybe someday. Yeah. Right? Maybe. She wants to be a writer. He wants to maybe be a food critic.
Yeah. This food is good. This food is bad.
Yeah.
I don't know if he could be a food critic based on his inability to distinguish between animal pet meat and like other meat.
Oh, dear God.
More to come later. I don't think he could be a food critic. That's what I'm saying.
When we get to that, and I'll talk about it.
His palate is not refined.
No, a lot of, again, like for me, visceral reactions from parts of this movie that stay with you.
Yeah.
So while they're at dinner, Ian keeps calling Bear. His friend Ian keeps calling him on the phone. He's eventually like, okay, I gotta go like take this. Yeah. And Ian tells Bear that Nikki's dad doesn't have cancer, that he's healthy, like that she's making that up. And that apparently Nikki and Sarah had a whole conversation, the day of the trivia, the day that he uses One Wish Willow, where Nikki thought of him as a brother. At least that's what Ian told Bear.
Ian says.
Yeah. So he seems concerned in one way or another. But it's almost like at that moment, Bear starts realizing that, is the reason she's hanging out with me and likes me because of my wish. It's almost like it took all of that for him to realize it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So Bear now was realizing that, maybe my wish was real. Maybe she doesn't actually have these feelings for me.
He's a little slow on the uptake, Bear.
It is. I mean, because this is like we're into the movie quite a bit at this point. And Nikki has a little gift for him back at the table. She's given him a tiger's eye. I guess it's supposed to give you confidence and willpower.
Is it a a gemstone?
I think so, Ash. Like, I don't think it's an actual tiger's eye. It looks like a
gemstone.
rock.
Okay.
It looks like a rock. Yeah.
All right.
But she tells him that she loves him more than anyone in the world. He asks about her dad because Ian just told him that, her dad doesn't have cancer and her dad's healthy. And this seems to set something off in Nikki, and she starts freaking out. She starts saying no, gets up, like starts yelling and basically freaking out in the middle of this restaurant. Yeah.
But the
cut to them hooking up, and she's basically sitting there lifeless.
Yeah.
Kind of, right?
There's some essay going on here. Clearly.
Is it sexual assault, Ash? No, she's her. Wait, sorry. I didn't get that part. Wait, but she says something about that was great afterwards. So
no, but like, okay. On the watch, it's like her, and later you find out that like the real Nikki can like speak even when like the body's
sleep, right?
Yeah. In her sleep. It's just her kind of like the body's like laying there like lifeless kind of thing. And it's very much.
She's kind of like looking away. Yeah.
Which is so that was a hard watch.
That was hard. But then she mentions, so I guess it's back to like the possessed Nikki or whatever after that, right?
Yeah.
And they're lying in bed. She's talking about
she goes back to the possessed Nikki.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And then you cut to the middle of the night and Bear wakes up and Nikki's not in bed with him.
Now it's like real horror. It's great.
Yeah. So now he's like looking for her and he can't see her. It's like dark in the bedroom. It's the middle of the night. And he sees something in the corner, right? There's kind of like a vision in the corner. And again, the cinematography of this movie is very, very good. And it looks like it kind of comes into frame a little bit. It's just Nikki in his sweater watching him sleep.
Yeah. In the corner.
Yeah.
Like a plant.
Yeah. In the corner watching him sleep. But she mentions, though, I think an important part too, right? She doesn't like her dreams. She doesn't like her dreams. She's commenting to him that it feels like their love isn't mutual. She starts screaming. A lot of auditory horror in this movie as well, I would say, right? She's screaming in this like high-pitched voice, like, why don't you love me?
Yeah.
But like creepier than that, obviously. I can't even do it justice. So cut to the next morning now after that creepy night. Bear gets up, he's in the bathroom looking in the mirror, and he realizes that his hair has been cut.
Yeah.
It's real subtle, though. I will say this about that part. Like, I feel like they could have done a better job, maybe, because it wasn't super noticeable that his hair was cut to me until.
No, I agree, because he kind of had like a shaggy cut. You wouldn't necessarily know, and it was bad.
I feel like it. I know exactly. I feel like it should have been like shaved or something.
Yeah,
and then it would have been much more obvious.
So did you cut this tiny morsel of hair on the front of my thing? I'm like, how would you even know? How would you notice?
But it's great because he like asked her. She's like, yes, like as if like it was the most normal thing, right? She also packed his lunch for him. She gives him his little lunch box. Yeah. But at least at this moment, Bear's, I mean, he starts but even before then, he starts vocalizing how like last night was terrifying seeing her standing in the corner and screaming like that. Right. And he asks her that moment too to promise no more weird stuff.
Yeah. He's still like, I don't know. He's still okay with it.
Like, I know. He's still hoping normal. That, act normal, like, normal Nikki. And I'm like, well, you made her that way.
You did. Yeah. I don't know.
But he goes to leave.
Love it.
So he's working a shift today. Nikki is not. Goes to leave and just you see the look on his face before you see what he's seeing.
Yeah.
And the front door is just duct taped. Like the whole thing is duct taped.
So he can't leave.
It's horrifying. So at least it's going to make it really difficult for him to leave. So he's trying to get the doorknob. He's trying to pull it open. She's like being like, oh, like maybe you like can't go in today.
Maybe you stay home today.
Yeah. But yeah. And he does manage to get it open through that duct tape. And Nikki, meanwhile, is just, standing there smiling, saying goodbye to him. But she's standing in the living room just smiling while he leaves. Just
very much like smile.
Smiling. Which I'm sure we'll cover.
Yes. I have a bone to pick. This is my bone to pick.
Okay. Yeah.
That apartment is not very big, right? They walk into it. Out of your periphery, you definitely would have seen the door.
I know. No, you know what? I wrote that down too.
I understand like you're trying to progress the story or whatever and have like that moment be like on its own. But when he turns around, I'm like, you would have seen the door, man.
You would have seen it coming out, yeah.
With the duct tape.
Yeah.
That's
he was preoccupied with his haircut, I guess. But again, they could have been a little more dramatic with the haircut. Yeah. But yeah,
maybe the actor didn't want them to. He's like, nope,
maybe not.
I will not shave my head for this low budget movie. If it's a hit,
probably
maybe. I bet now he would.
Yeah.
I bet now he'd be like,
they didn't know.
They didn't know.
But before he leaves, so he's leaving. Nikki's just standing there in the living room. and it just looks like she's in a trance, right? You even see they take it one step further. She pees herself.
Yeah.
You see that
she urinates on the floor.
Down her leg. Yeah. So clearly things aren't going well for Nikki.
No.
At this point. The next scene is hard for me to talk about.
Yeah, obviously.
I mean, I think it's hard for anyone to watch. Like, I still have, like, Ash, I swear to God, like, I've watched this movie twice now, took notes, like, just sick to my stomach. Like, the alcohol is helping to forget about it, to be completely honest with you. And I would recommend this to anybody who has animals.
Just remember that he wants to be a food critic. That's all I have to say. Let's discuss this next scene.
Yeah, this is one of the more disturbing scenes in not just horror movies, but like any movie in a long time, I think. He's sitting with his...
I might raise you one more when we talk about cliches and ripoffs, but yes, let's talk about it.
Okay. All right. Well, he's having lunch with his coworker, Sarah, who we know has a crush on him, right? Mm-hmm. He's opens up that lunchbox. He just opens up the lunchbox that she made for him. There's some pictures in it. One of him sleeping, right? And then one of her and him.
Yeah,
one of him, like it's a video camera, like watching him.
Yeah.
And then one of him and her, and it says "not me" on it.
Not me.
Is very telling.
And then there's a sandwich. Ew, and he just eats it. Okay, describe it.
So while him and Sarah are having a conversation about how she's gotten rejected from all these art schools, and she's still like one more, right? But I'm not sure I can get through this.
You want me to say it?
Yeah, can you say it?
Okay.
I can't.
So he's eating the sandwich. He's like kind of like making...
Sorry,
she's kind of like making fun of him that like his girlfriend like packed his lunch. He's eating the sandwich and then he looks down at it and it's like a gray, furry type of meat, which would be obviously the cat. And then she has a little note in there that he opens and it says, what does it say? Like, how does cat taste? Or what was it? Wow, what was it? What was the actual note?
Like
what was
food
it?
Critic, like cat.
Food critic. Oh yeah, food critic. And it was like cat ? So the look on his face is obviously horrible. And he like immediately vomits in like the trash can next to him. So she had cooked, well, I guess she dug the cat back out of the trash and cooked it. But didn't even cook it, like just like cut off the paw or something and put it in the sandwich. It's disgusting. Yeah. And then gave that to him to eat. But he had like 2 or 3 bites before he even noticed something was like off. Yeah, absolutely disgusting. I was able to get through it, but that is one of the most disgusting.
I can't stop thinking about it. This is the problem.
Eating in horror movies. Yeah.
Since I've watched it and like I can't stop thinking about it. I'm having a real bad reaction to it. Like, listeners or anyone else, it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're going through it. So she cut up his cat and put it in his sandwich and fed it to him. Yeah.
Sorry. But even Sarah mentions the smell.
Yeah, the smell was not great. Yeah. So something's wrong with Nikki, clearly. And he needs to address this with her. Which he does very soon.
All right, it's the end of the shift. Thanks, Ash, for getting us through that.
Yeah,
I couldn't.
Yeah, I got you.
Ian, his friend Ian, confronts Bear about Nikki, right? So it's kind of saying how weird it is that all of a sudden they're like in this crazy relationship. And like, yeah, that's what any friend would do. Yeah. And he mentions, right, or I guess Bear found out that Ian was having a party, but they weren't invited. And he was like, well, yeah, because like that's like you're acting weird and creepy. And he says that he can come, but only he can come. And they could do like a boys' night.
No Nikki. No freaky Nikki.
No freaky Nikki on that. But so Bear goes home. But before going in this time, he's like, if he remembers or he looks at, he's looking at did he buy one at that point? He's tried to wish it back? No,
he has he has the box of it and he turns it around. Yeah. He remembers there's like a 1-800 number.
Yeah. He turns it around. He sees it and he's like, oh yeah, there's like a number. So Bear before he goes inside the house, he's in his car and he calls the 1-800 number on the back of the one Wish Willow box. And he tells him the guy on the other end, this really apathetic guy on the other end,
the guy's like, he's like,
but I love what he's like.
He's like, hey, what's up? He's like, hello? Is this one Wish Willow? It's like, yeah, it is.
One Wish Willow.
What do you want? Like the most mundane, like casual conversation. It's so great.
Yeah. And, he says something about canceling it or has an issue with the wish. And then, Bear's like, I want to alter the wish, right? Yeah. At first. And then eventually he's like, no, I want to cancel the wish. And we learn that he can't cancel the wish
Why even say that
really
then?
only one way out. Yeah. I agree with Bear's response on that because he did mention canceling it when he first called. But he says he can't cancel it. And, but you know, if Bear dies, the wish goes away.
And to be fair, the sales lady that sold him the One Wish Willow did say that. She's like, yeah, some people like buy this and come in and complain, end up like dying, killing themselves. And he thought it was all a joke. But when he calls this 1-800 number, he realizes that actually might be true.
So obviously the One Wish Willow guy, right? Like he knows what's going on about Bear's wish because he mentions it to him that he's like, do you want to talk to Nikki? Right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He asks Bear if he wants to talk to Nikki.
Yes.
And then what we hear is just Nikki screaming. Right. And so when you, at least my thoughts on this, and we can talk about it later as well. Maybe there's some behind the scenes of this, but I think that is the real her, right?
Like her trapped soul.
Yeah. I think it's her trapped soul. And she's just been screaming this entire time.
Yeah.
He hangs up on that. Obviously that's difficult to listen to. Walks inside and you know what? Nikki's in the same spot he left her in this morning.
So she's like urinated on the floor. Did she like defecate or throw up?
I don't think she defecated. I think she threw up. Yeah. I was wondering about this. There's stuff on her face.
Floor.
I think she threw up. I don't think she defecated. Definitely urinated. She's like, he comes in and is obviously very confused by that. She says she'll clean it up. She'll clean herself up.
Yeah. Oh, gross. Yeah.
Yeah. It's quite a disturbing scene. But yeah, she goes to the bathroom. She starts showering. At this point, while she's in there showering, Bear takes that opportunity to ask her about the cat.
Yeah.
Ask Nikki while she's showering if she cooked the cat. And that like she can't do that, you know? Yeah. And like dead for a while at that point.
Yeah.
Because we've already had the montage.
No, I know. Yeah. It's been some time. How does he not have food poisoning?
I don't know. But how would okay. Yeah. There are a lot of questions. And I don't know how much time has passed at this point, but you know, he's asking Nikki while she's in there showering, saying Ian's having a boys' night, that he's going to go over to Ian's. Yeah. She freaks out about that, right? Wants to go too. And eventually they both go together. So Nikki clearly is having issues being separated from Bear. So they go to Ian's party. It looks kind of fun, honestly, until
it does, like a basement party.
It does look fun. Yeah, a little party. Playing some drinking Jenga. There's some Jello shots.
Yeah. Who hasn't done that?
Playing drinking Jenga. There's various different things they have to do, like switch places. I guess one of them that Nikki reads is, I watched the movie. I don't recall what it said on the thing, but she starts reading from her book that she's writing.
Because it was like a dare. It was like you have to do something or like read some personal.
So she reads from the book and
she reads from her personal diary, her book.
Yeah. And
dear God.
Well, it's quite the disturbing story, reimagining, if you will, of Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah.
It's sibling incest. It's pretty bad. I won't go too far into it. Pretty creepy though. I mean, I think it's setting the stage that Nikki's clearly unwell. At least this version of Nikki is unwell. It's Bear's turn. He gets one that says, kiss the person on your left, who just happens to be Sarah.
Right.
And Nikki's not happy about that. It's a scene, like just the frown on her face and her standing there. She goes,
that's like
she moves Sarah out of the way. It's like so good. She moves Sarah out of the way. She gets in the place.
She pulls her chair back.
Pulls her chair away.
Pulls her out of the
and everyone
frame.
is just like standing there and like just sitting there in disbelief. Like what is going on?
Yeah.
She moves Sarah out of the way. Nikki gets the kiss from Bear. And then she just like is saying how much she loves him. She starts freaking out. She says she's joking. Then she says she's not.
Yeah.
And then there's like a brief second where she appears to come out of it. There's these moments throughout the entire movie, right? Where Nikki comes to, if you will.
Yeah.
Right. Kind of gets pulled back and realizes like that's not her.
She's
and it's
like,
just like these split seconds. Yeah. Like what is going on? Like she realizes where she is. She's like kissing Bear. She's like, what is this? What is happening? But then she comes back. And then she starts hitting herself in the head with a beer bottle, I believe it is at that point.
Goodness.
So she's just like self-mutilating at this point. There are obviously problems. You know, Bear takes her to the ER. I think she can't go to the ER or something. Yeah, just like that's the scene. And that's the scene where we hear that you see that it's actually in Massachusetts. But, you know, they're back at the apartment and Bear's just asking her to be normal, right? And she starts freaking out. He tells her it's not real. And then that he loves her. there's like this really creepy scene in the living room where she starts like walking backwards and she's kind of in the shadows. It's so well done. And he offers, like clearly things aren't going well between them. And he's like, you can have the bed for the night.
Yeah.
Right. Because he wants her to go back to her place. She doesn't. He's like, you can have the bed for the night. She basically threatens to kill herself. Yeah. It's a great little monologue scene there. Monologue so right about what would happen. I guess that she would like slit her wrists and like slowly die. So now Bear can't really leave. So cut to them in bed in the middle of the night. She's like asleep, but it's fascinating too, because there's these scenes throughout it where she's sleeping and she's saying basically in her sleep, like to kill her. Yeah. Yeah. So clearly when she's sleeping, I think she's becoming more of like the real Nikki, I guess, like trying to escape.
Well, he gets the phone call or the text message from Sarah to go meet him. And I think it's like 3 a.m. And then
it's like almost 3 a.m.
Yeah. And he gets up. He's like decided he's going to go meet her. He gets up and then the real Nikki is speaking to him saying like, just kill me.
Just kill me. Yeah.
But then he says that line. He's like, is it so bad to be with me? Like again, incel behavior. Don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I don't feel great about that. We'll talk about that later. Yeah. But he does go meet Sarah.
He does. Bear goes meets Sarah in the middle of the night. She's got some things she wants to say to him. One, she got her last letter from art school. Going to open it up. Wanted him to be there for it.
Apparently.
And two, I guess his friend Ian, his best friend Ian, had been hooking up with Nikki for the last like 2 years on and off.
This is like a huge revelation.
It is, but like kind of obvious. Like I feel like you knew that was coming, but like
he was trying to like sabotage their relationship.
He was, and Ian was effectively like thinking this whole time that Nikki was being like trying to like get back at him, I guess, because they weren't having a relationship. They were just hooking up.
Right.
Yeah. But while Sarah and Bear having the conversation in the car, it all happens very, very fast. And you just see a figure come towards the door, break the car window on the driver's side, and just bring a brick in and just smash Sarah's head against that brick about 20 times.
Dear God.
It's incredibly gory. It's incredibly graphic. It is horrifying. Yeah. She just kills Sarah in front of Bear.
Blood everywhere. Like her skull is coming through her eye. Like it's insane. That's an insane scene for a horror movie.
It is insane. And he's just kind of like so shocked by this in the passenger side. It's just like doesn't know what's going on. Like obviously getting blood on him.
Yeah.
They at that point, I think, they go to like dispose of the body, right?
She's like, you have to help me. We're in this together now. You have to help me.
You did this to me effectively, right? So he helps dispose of the body. He realizes he does open the letter at some point, I guess just to torture himself further. Sarah did get into that art school. But at this point, Bear's like, he goes to try to find more one wish willows to try to undo these wishes somehow. Like that's when he thinks of it. It's like, oh, someone's dead, so now I'm going to go do it.
Maybe I should like unwish this.
Yeah. So he goes to the store owner. He talks to the store owner about it. He tells the store owner, right?
It's like a guy at this point,
obsessed with him. Yeah, it is.
He's like,
and the owner or the person that's working the store tells him that he could have someone else make a wish that contradicts his. Right. So he could have maybe her do it. He could have someone else do it. Or he could kill himself. Kind of those are the two way out.
That's your only way out, man.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. He tries to make another wish himself, right, Bear, but he can't crack the thing open.
Yeah, so it's a one wish willow. Yeah. I mean, they say it in the package.
You get one wish. It's obvious. One wish and one wish only.
That's it.
So Bear goes to Ian equipped with those one wish willows, right? Trying to get Ian to make a wish. He's trying to explain to him what's happening, that he made this wish. That's the reason Nikki's like so crazy and in love with him. And he's trying to get Ian to make a wish that contradicts his.
Yeah.
And then like Ian and Nikki could be together. But like rightfully so, Ian's like, what the hell? Like obviously this isn't real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll make a wish. Let me do it.
So exactly. So he takes it out, makes a wish for $1 billion. And then immediately money starts coming in from the ceiling.
Yeah.
Like immediately.
It's falling from the ceiling. So good.
So he's realizing obviously the one wish willow, they're real. They are. They're real.
And the soundtrack. So the soundtrack of this whole movie the score is so good.
It is.
The music really hits at these key moments, like at the beginning, here when the money starts falling from the ceiling, just like, it's like a desperation, despair type of score. It's so good.
Yeah, it is. It reminds me of like other movies. It's so good.
It does. Yeah.
But distraught, obviously Bear goes back to his house, comes inside. Oh man,
he's got
and,
one option left.
Yeah, there is only one option. Well, there are two. He has another one, Wish Willow. He realizes that Nikki has brought Sarah's body back and displayed it.
Oh,
in the kitchen.
Like very 1980s horror. Very,
and she's naked.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah. Nikki took Sarah's dress off and she's trying to, I think, like look like Sarah, right? Like even with the fake tattoos and everything on her. Yeah. Ian's comes over. Right? She has the gun. Who has the gun at this point? Like Nikki has the gun at this point, right? So Nikki has the gun. She's like basically threatening to.
How does she get the gun?
I don't know. This is my question. I'm not sure how she got the gun. She has a gun at this point. She's threatening to kill herself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Ian comes over. He's like, it's real. Like I have like $1 billion, comes in, gets shot real quick by Nikki in the head.
Right in the face.
She's got good aim.
Right in the face.
She's got
my
really
goodness.
Good aim. Yeah. Right in the head.
Right in the face.
Immediately he's out. Yeah.
He's dead.
Yeah. So he's gone. So at this point, it's just Nikki and Bear left, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're on the couch. He's saying like, yes, like they'll be together forever.
Mm-hmm.
She's sensing something in him, right? He's like not being honest. She's like, you shook your head. Somehow he gets into the bathroom with that gun though.
Yeah. She's like knocking on the door, just like incessantly.
She is. And she's knocking on the door, but she's like, okay, we can like take a break, blah, blah, blah. She's kind of sensing she's trying to like manipulate the situation at that point.
Yeah.
But Bear has realized there is only one way out, and that's to kill himself. So he first tries to kill himself with the gun. Can't do it. Realizes, there's those drugs in the medicine cabinet that Sandy took. Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's sacrificing himself for her, I guess, because he could kill her.
Because then he could kill her. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. He could kill her, but he's like, I'll kill myself and then the spell will be broken.
Yeah.
So he can't do it with a gun, takes a bunch of pills, and, right as he's about to, he's thinking about it and he regrets it. He takes all the pills. He does regret it. Right.
Yeah.
And he's about to like make himself throw up.
Mm-hmm.
And in that moment, you hear the little sound that the One Wish Willow makes.
Yes.
And the break.
Yeah.
And then he reverts to, he's clearly under a spell now. So he wasn't able to make himself vomit. He comes out. He's now just as in love with Nikki as she is with him. Right?
Perfect ending.
Yeah.
Happy ending. Romantic comedy.
And they're happy. They're happy. They embrace. They're all very bloody.
Yeah.
But it doesn't last that long because he did take all those pills. And so he starts swimming at the mouth and he dies right in front of her. She's distraught. Takes a couple minutes and then she comes out of it because he's now dead. And now we finally get the real Nikki at the very end of the movie. She's looking around with all of these dead bodies and realizing, like freaking out. And that's obsession.
And she just screams.
Yeah.
Right? That's the ending of the movie.
I mean, what would you do? Your three best friends are now dead in this house with you, in this apartment with you.
And you come to and you have the memories of what had happened.
Yeah.
Great ending. I loved the ending. And I'll talk later. Was there an alternate ending? You know what? There might have been. I'll share that with you all later.
Oh my God, I'm excited for the alternate ending. Okay.
Okay. So let's talk about behind the scenes. This was a indie movie, very like low budget.
Yeah.
$1 million. $1 million.
That's it?
That's it. That was the budget. It was filmed in 26 days. I want to talk about the inspiration for this movie. And I know you and I, Al, we read this movie, I think in elementary, like at an inappropriate age, maybe middle school.
Wait,
it's based on a very famous short story called The Monkey's Paw, right? By W.W. Jacobs. Do you remember this short story? As I explain it to you.
Yeah, I will when you remind me.
So The Simpsons later, like The Simpsons and like Family Guy, there was kind of like redo some of these like famous stories, right? The Simpsons did it. And Curry Barker even talked about like his inspiration for it, which was based on a Simpsons episode, which was based on The Monkey's Paw, very famous short story from like a couple hundred years ago. So the short story is fantastic and everyone should look it up and read it. It's like 5 pages, but it's about this older couple that they receive a monkey's paw. Some like stranger, someone comes into their home. It's like in the 1700s or something, and brings in this monkey's paw and tells them it's like cursed and they can make a wish. So they wish for 200 pounds. And then the next day, their son dies in a factory accident. He like works in this factory accident. They get these people come to the door and say, "Hey, so sorry, your son has passed. But as compensation, because he died at work, we're going to give you 200 pounds, right? So it's like the way they got it was not obviously the way that they wanted it. But the thing with the monkey's paw is that you get 3 wishes. So they remember this after they like bury their son. They remember that there's 3 wishes. So the wife's like obsessed with it. She's like, oh my God, we can wish the son back to life. And the husband's against it. He's like, no, I don't want to do that. Like, it's not going to be our son. Hey, Pet Sematary was also based off of this, which we didn't really discuss. So the husband's like, absolutely not. But then the wife does it. She wishes their son back to life. And in the middle of the night, there's a knock on the door. And she goes down.
Pet Sematary. Oh, so it was obviously Stephen King. Okay.
Yes. It was based on this short story by W.W. Jacobs, The Monkey's Paw. Everyone can look it up. Google it online. So she goes down. She's trying to open the door. It's like knock, knock, knock at the door. And she can't get like the hatch open or something. And she's calling the husband. She's like, oh, you have to help me like open the door. It's our son's Johnny or whatever his name was. But then the husband knows better. He knows that this is not going to be their son. It's going to be some like evil entity or like a zombie or something. Yeah. And then the short story kind of ends like he makes the final wish to like undo it. And then the knocking stops. So the whole thing is like a nice little read. It's like 5 pages, but it's just about, cautionary tale. Be careful what you wish for.
Bedtime story.
Nice little bedtime story. Yes. The Monkey's Paw. 2 other kind of behind the scenes things. So the house that they filmed the party scenes in, which we all loved that scene, that house burned down in the LA fires. So really? The director wanted to do reshoots, but he couldn't because the house was no longer there.
Oh, the Palisades fires?
Yeah, the Palisades fires like a few years ago. So, and then in terms of just drawing inspiration. So, I mean, Indy Navarrete, she was fantastic, right? Everything that she did.
Like the facial expressions, like everything. She was amazing.
Fantastic. She had a little bit of help in some of the scenes where she was in the corner because it kind of looked like, why does she look so creepy? That was the makeup. So they would do like kind of like shadows and highlighter on her face to make her look like that. And you can Google it and kind of see like what she looked like. There were no like special effects. It was makeup. Where they did some interviews and they were asking her kind of where she drew inspiration. And I've written this down as like a cliche ripoff because I thought it was really similar to Mia Goth. Have you seen X?
I haven't seen X actually. I haven't.
So good. So Pearl, where she was like the younger version, and X, where she was like the older version, but very similar to that, where it's like she's like clearly like unhinged.
Yes.
Right. So Indy Navarrete said that she drew a lot of inspiration from those performances. A few other little like kind of little tidbits here. So the duct tape door, that was cool, right? That was like a cool scene. It wasn't actually a door. Apparently it was like a duct tape sheet of like a white sheet, like a bed sheet or something. And that's how they did it. Cause it didn't, if you actually look at it, I'm like, it's kind of wider than a door. They couldn't actually do it. They almost created that like special effect.
It was so good though, because you weren't expecting it. And you're like,
it was really good.
Unsettling.
So that poem at the end that Nikki reads was like
the Hansel and Gretel one?
Like some real dark, like Hansel and Gretel. Guess who wrote that?
I don't know.
Curry Baker's father, who is an aspiring screenwriter, wrote this. I guess he wanted his hand at it, and he actually wrote it.
For the movie, or like before, and he leveraged it for the movie?
I think.
Tell me it was for the movie because it was creepy.
No, for the movie. He had needed something, and I guess the father was like, "Oh, I'm like an aspiring screenwriter," and he like let me take a crack at it. And he wrote this really disturbing like Hansel and Gretel thing.
No,
the brick scene, right? The brick scene where Nikki comes in and breaks the window and kills Sarah's
head in about 20 times. Yeah, that one.
In my mind, like rewatching it, that scene was long, right? Apparently it was much longer and much gorier, and they had to cut it. Otherwise they wouldn't get like a widespread theater release.
Oh, yeah. Because it was disgusting.
Like, dear God. Like, can you imagine that scene being longer? I can't even imagine that. That's absolutely insane. When he calls the One Wish Willow hotline, the 1-800 One Wish Willow or whatever it was. Yeah. Who do you think was on the other end? Who was the person answering?
I'm assuming the director.
Yes. The director makes a cameo.
Yeah. Very Stephen
King. He's like, hey, what's up? That was him. All right. It is time for Screamometer. Allie, what do you give this one on our Screamometer rating scale? 1 to 10.
I know, 1 to 10. To think about. Okay.
I guess I will say 0 to 10.
Yeah, we could give it a 0. Probably not giving any horror movie a 0. You know, it's going to get something.
1 to 10.
Yeah. Yeah, this one. Okay. So I actually really like this movie, especially on second watch. I think it's a great movie. I think it evokes a lot of creepy, like the atmosphere is really good. It kind of gets you thinking. On the Screamometer though, there are a couple creepy moments. Not super scary for me. So on the Screamometer, I unfortunately am giving it a pretty low one, a 3 out of 10 for me on the Screamometer.
I almost went with 3 and I like gave it a 4 because I'm rewatched. I'm like, oh, like those scenes where she's in the corner.
I will say on rewatch, it was pretty scary. And I think the scariest part about this movie is just like thinking about her being locked in.
Yeah.
Right. Like and just the atmosphere of it. And there were some really great moments. It just, for me, wasn't something that was like keeping me up at night.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So 3, 4, not that scary, but like there were certain, it definitely makes you think, and it leaves you, like I wasn't scared having nightmares, but like it left me with like some thoughts, right? Which is why we're doing the podcast about it.
I have like a lot of nausea about it, to be completely honest with you.
You did? You couldn't even get through the cat scene.
I couldn't get through the cat, and I still can't. I still can't talk about it.
Does it help if she didn't kill the cat? She didn't kill the cat.
No, it's the whole. No, it's. That's not helping.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's like the eating horror one, right? It's like that is. No, like even me just saying that, listeners, like tell me, someone else have this like reaction. Like I feel like
not okay.
Just even mentioning
she's not okay.
It's really difficult. Like my stomach is in like absolute knots, and I feel like I'm going to vomit at any moment talking about that scene. So yes,
okay. So eating horror, not for Allie. That's not a thing. Okay,
no, it's right. Especially when it involves animals, and especially specifically cats.
Felines, yes, absolutely. Okay, it's time for Sip and Tell, where we discuss our personal experiences related to the content of the movie. Okay, what have you got for Sip and Tell? I have a couple.
I have like one big one, but it also kind of relates to like their group hang, right? With the trivia and everything.
Oh, go for it.
So a good friend of mine from college who we recently spent some time with, Ash, in London.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we used to always play trivia together. So it was like very, very fun.
Oh, you guys played trivia?
We played trivia together all the time in Boston. Did we win a lot? No. Did we love every second of it? Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it would just be her and I. But my friend Ode and her husband, Alan, we had some conversations
What's up, guys?
I say
this is your shout out.
We will be tagging you in this when we share it. But, they were very intrigued to hear what our take was on this movie. And I hadn't seen it yet. And so you guys really couldn't give spoilers because I hadn't seen it when we were all hanging out in London. Yeah. But, Alan expressed how scary this movie was for him, right?
So
and how it was hard for him to sleep at night. And so I think just for me, it's what's so fascinating about this movie is people's take on it. Yeah. And I get it. It's incredibly creepy to think of someone like watching you at night. Or, if you think about her being locked in, but I just find it so fascinating that I can watch this movie. And I was like, for me, not scary at all. I was like immediately messaged Alan. I was like, great movie, not scary.
Yeah.
And I think someone else having just like such a reaction to it where they couldn't sleep at night, I find that fascinating. And not many movies can do that.
I think there are certain scenes, like there was just a few things in this movie where she's in the corner. Right. And when as I shared, like
she moves sideways with like when she moves sideways with that's even scarier in the corner for me. She has like the flowers in front of her.
Yeah.
Oh, the flowers for Sandy. That was really, really creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like she makes those weird like backwards movements. You know what I mean? She's like,
and
those were all like choreographed by her and the director. Like they didn't have someone like they're like, what can we do that's like really creepy? So those are definitely creepy. Yeah. I think overall I'm less scared by female villains. Like I just am. Like I'm like, I don't know. There's something more like real about them or something.
Voorhees, you're like,
I'm like, like you take her.
Yeah, I hear you, Ash.
But yeah, I mean, I get that it stays with you and it makes you think for sure. Okay. I have a couple of Sip and Tells. Number one, my CH talks in his sleep sometimes. And I've woken up
to him
kind of talking gibberish, and it sounds like a conversation, but it's not like real words.
And he's not saying, please kill me, is he?
No, he's not saying, please kill me. Oh my God. I'll like wake him up. I'm like, are you okay? And like, he doesn't remember. He was like having some dream, but he was having like a conversation. And that's happened a few times. One time he woke up like Michael Scott in the episode where he's driving Holly to Nashville.
Yeah.
He's like, wait, so like, what? Like, just like a scream. I'm like, oh my God, are you okay? And this happened in Toronto. He just woke up like screaming. So I mean, that's
my God.
creepy AF.
Yeah.
And then here's my other Sip and Tell. Well, actually, okay, I have two. I want to talk about when I saw the movie. I have to talk about this. I saw it in the theater. Did you see it in the theater?
No, I watched it recently when it was on streaming. Remember? I hadn't seen it.
Right.
You guys all wanted to talk about it in London. And I was like, no spoilers. I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. I saw it in the theater near my house. And this is why I hate going to the theater. I always have to go to the bathroom. Like inevitably I have to go to the bathroom and I'm like, when can I go? I picked the worst time to go. I go to the bathroom during the party scene. I missed the whole thing.
No. Did you miss the Hansel and Gretel part?
Yes. I missed Hansel and Gretel. I missed her like hitting herself with the bottle. I come back and they're at home. He's like, why did you act like that, Nikki? I missed the whole thing, like the whole 5-minute scene. So I was very confused. I'm like, oh,
scene,
damn.
too. It's like the
It's
climax.
like the climax of the movie. I chose wrong. I definitely chose wrong.
Oh, wow.
So when I rewatched it, I finally got to see the scene. I'm like, oh man, like the poem is so creepy. So my other sip and tell is related to the poem. Okay. So Nikki reads this poem that she wrote that is very dark, right? It's about Hansel and Gretel and her take on it. And it's like really creepy and it's about bear and everything. So I want to talk about my sip and tell. And
It's about siblings, like
it is. Okay.
incest.
That's okay. Mine's not like that. Mine's about reading a horror story to a group of people, right?
Okay.
So, and I've talked about this in one of the other podcasts. So when I was in grade 6, I would write, we were reading Al. You and I were reading a lot of R.L. Stein, right? A lot of R.L. Stein.
Very
really,
into R.L. Stein.
Vivid,
Who wasn't back then?
graphic horror stories.
Really
right?
great
And they
horror
talk about like,
stories,
killing
yes.
people and like blood running down, you know, and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So I would write these stories. I'm like, ooh, like I like his like, because if you're a writer and you're reading that, you're like, he was very like vivid in his like description of things, right? So as a writer, like you would kind of like take that and like, I should do that in my writing. But I was very focused on horror. So
R.L. Stein stuff, yeah. No, it's a Hansel and Gretel poem. Like,
no, not Hansel and Gretel. But I would write these stories like very, guys, these were so dark about
they
like
were great.
killing people.
Honestly, you know what? They were, yeah, I know.
But okay, but you might just write them, but like you would have to go up in front of the class and like read your stories. I would go up and read this full-fledged like horror story about someone stabbing someone to death.
Yeah.
And I would read it in front of the class and be really proud of myself for my descriptive
And I
detail.
thought nothing wrong with that. I was also proud of
I
you.
don't think, I mean, maybe some of the kids were, but then like the teacher, like I talked about this again in a previous episode, but the teacher was like, it caused a disturbance. She went to the principal. I think our parents got called. I did. And I was no longer
disturbing
guys.
stories.
I was no longer allowed to write fiction. That was
not just you. The rest of the class wasn't. None of us were.
Wasn't
None of us were. You ruined
fiction.
it for all of us.
I was 11.
What if you did kill someone? You'd be allowed to write it then.
Yes. But like in my head, I'm like, I should be able to express myself. I wasn't allowed.
We should have fought back on this.
I think we tried. We changed like the whole
think
curriculum.
they canceled the R.L. Stein library too. We had a library. I think they canceled it all. Like we were too dark for everybody.
It was too dark, and I wasn't allowed to write fiction. I could only write true stories. So then I wrote. I had a loophole. I wrote about a nightmare that I had. Like what a little precocious little 11-year-old I was.
I love it. I love it. Like cut to us, look at us now. We're having a podcast about horror movies, all right? Telling the stories.
It's true.
We were kids.
That's my sip and tell. All right, it is time for Sips and Scares, where we discuss the scariest parts of the movie. Number one. What's your number one?
The cat stuff. I mean,
that wasn't the scariest. That was the most disturbing.
Beg to differ.
Okay.
That's scary to me.
Okay.
Anything to do with the cat. I couldn't, that stuck with me. Like that's the thing that like I can't even talk about or think about because it makes me want to vomit. That to me is terrifying.
Okay, the cat.
And anything with the cat was terrifying.
It was terrifying. I think the scariest part for me was Bear waking up and seeing Nikki in the corner. She has the makeup on. She's just like, I can't sleep. You don't love me. That whole thing was like really creepy. And I thought, okay, there were so many moments in this movie because there was a lot of scenes in the car, right? It was kind of mirroring him
there was
with
a lot in the
Nikki.
car. Yeah.
And right when he breaks the One Wish Willow and all of a sudden you can see her, it was through the window. And it's just her standing there outside of the house.
On the porch, that one.
It's just her shadow. I thought that was really scary.
Yeah.
And then the whole time when they're in the car, I'm waiting for someone to like come towards the window, right? Were you waiting for that?
Well,
so
when he calls the One Wish Willow later, I was waiting for it because they did it. Yeah.
And then when she finally comes, when he's talking to Sarah and she finally comes through the door but
it's so fast. That happens so fast. It wasn't slow. Like it happened so fast.
No, but that was scary. That was definitely
very scary.
So I think like for me, that was like the other really, really scary part of me. The brick, when she breaks it with the brick, where she got the brick and then kills Sarah. That was scary.
I think when she is kind of smiling to him, she's like, is this better? And he's like, no. Like, and then she just stands there like with that creepy smile all day. Like that was really creepy.
Yeah, that was creepy. So there were definitely like visceral points in this movie, I think, that stay with you, which is why I think this movie is so like people are obsessed with it.
It is a great movie. I get it. I completely get it. I just like, is it the scariest movie? No. Is it a good movie? Yeah. Really
it's a great movie. Yeah. Good acting as well. Okay, it's time for cliches and ripoffs. What were the cliches? What were the ripoffs? I have a bunch. I have a laundry list.
I have a bunch too. Okay, let me go through mine. Let me go through mine.
Go.
Number one, big.
just The Wish.
Tom Hanks. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I don't have that one. Okay.
It really evoked it for me. I couldn't stop thinking about it.
What did he use though? Was it a breaking thing?
No, he wished on it was like the genie thing in the crystal. It was very like big, very like, and a lot of the 90s stuff in it, I think was definitely like on purpose, right? Like why they had a lot of that.
You're like blowing my mind right now. I did not have that written down, but yes, you did. There was something about it.
How is that not the number one thing? It reminds you 100% of big.
That's not my number one thing, but yes, now that you said it, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, big. The Exorcist. The Exorcist.
How so?
I'll give you one word. Urine.
Oh, she pees herself in the bed?
Okay. Yeah. Not on the bed, when she's standing there peeing.
Oh, was she standing there?
Wait, you have
think totally it was a different ones than me.
Okay, I think this was a cut. Okay, I think it was a cut scene, a deleted scene actually in The Exorcist. But there's one where Reagan like pees herself at the party. She comes down to the party, right? And she just stands there and pees herself.
No, you're right.
Yeah, I mean that was 100% had to have been inspired by that. She's standing up peeing.
So do you know how they did it? Because I watched like a behind the scenes
I'm assuming very similar to how they did it in The Exorcist.
Well, I don't know how they did in The Exorcist, but how they did it here, because it was a low budget movie. So they had like a catheter, like IV bag that was set up next to the thing. And then it had like a wire that went up over Indy. And then like through her back, like the wire went down through her clothing, down to her like pants or whatever. And then he was like action, and they would like press it and let the liquid flow. And that's how they...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's how they filmed that. The urine, it was fake urine, obviously. Just the yellow liquid.
Yeah. I didn't think it was like real urine.
Yeah. She wasn't actually peeing herself.
It was similar in The Exorcist. And like obviously Blair Witch.
Okay. You have totally different ones than me. Okay.
I love that. The corner. What do you mean? Come on. Anytime someone's standing in the corner.
And when he comes, there was something on rewatch. I don't know if you saw this when he comes back. Kind of at the end when she's wearing Sarah's dress and it's like the tattoos and everything. She's like standing in the corner, which I didn't notice on the first watch.
No, I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Wait, when he comes in the house at the end?
Yeah. She's standing in like the corner again. She comes out. Like, it's like weird. You have to like watch
Sarah's dead body is like standing there.
Yeah. But like it's focused on him. She's in the background. Yeah. Really creepy.
No,
and there was another one where, he was at home and like, I think it's when she came with like the red dress, she was standing in the window. You could see like her shadow. So there's little things.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah. She like walks over. Yeah.
Okay. What other ones do you have? These are like totally different than me.
Those are like the top three. Then obviously Smile.
Yeah, Smile. Yes.
A lot of things of it. Like, and it wasn't just smiles, right? It was like frowns. It was like everything. It kind of took that to the extreme.
Yeah.
But those were my big ones. I want to hear your list, Ash.
Okay. Number 1, Fatal Attraction. Glenn Close.
Yeah.
Boiling the rabbit. Right.
Oh God.
Cooking the cat. Sorry.
You have to bring up the animal.
And Pet Sematary, just like the cursed item in the wishing.
Obviously
I'm surprised you didn't say, I'm disappointed you didn't say Pet Sematary.
Because usually, because we already talked about Pet Sematary, Ash, and Monkey's Paw. So.
Still, you should mention it in this specific category. Companion. You saw that movie, right? It's a newer movie.
I did. Okay. Yeah.
Where she's like Companion. The robot kind of controlled by the man.
And you could like turn up
he could dial up her emotions. I want you to be really docile. I want you to be
It was like Companion.
More of an
opinion.
I
agree with that. Yes.
And then eventually she takes control of the situation. Different ending here, but definitely like Companion. I found it really similar to It Follows, especially with the car scenes. There's so many car scenes. The vibes and the score of it, I found it really similar.
Because It Follows, I think, took place in the or they said it in the 90s, right? Or early 2000s.
It's just the whole vibes. Like
this
the music.
Wasn't in the 90s, but the way they did it, because he was in the 90s-ish apartment. Like they did a brilliant job there.
Yeah. It just like had really similar kind of vibes. Okay. Empire Records. Why, you may ask? Because they're all working at a music store at the same time. So at Empire Records, there's like 10 in the cast. They all work at the record store. At the same time, on the same day. They're all at the same shift.
Rex, what's his face was coming that day, Ash. It was a big day. Rex Manning was arriving. It was a big day.
I need to rewatch Empire Records.
I love Empire Records.
So good.
So good.
It's one day, guys. So much happens.
So good.
It's fantastic. It reminded me of Empire Records. I thought we talked about like Pearl and X with Mia Goth. I thought some of it definitely reminded me of that with like the crazy deranged woman. Okay, I have another one for you. 90210.
Okay, let me see if I can get there.
90210. Can you get there? High school years. Maybe there was drugs involved. Maybe someone got drugged.
Oh, Emily Valentine.
Emily Valentine from Now to
Emily
Now.
Valentine and Brandon.
Yeah, she does ecstasy. She slips it to Brandon.
She slips it to Brandon, and he's doing ecstasy.
When Nikki shows up to Bear's apartment or Bear's house, and she says like, "I was on Molly," is that not giving Emily Valentine like 100%? 100%
a little bit, but he wasn't on it. Okay, fair enough.
Doesn't matter. She's still giving
a bit of a stretch,
crazy.
I will.
Emily Valentine. Emily Valentine, guys. Emily Valentine.
All right. Okay.
And then I thought some of like the shots like remind me of Halloween, like just when it cuts to her in the shadow and she's like the villain all of a sudden.
Oh, I think they were definitely like, trying to like do that.
Yeah, very like kind of like Michael Myers, kind of also like Scream. And I know what you did last summer where Sarah Michelle Gellar's in the car. The cop car has to get out. Like there was so much stuff happening in the car, but I thought it was really original as well, like the story. But it was like old school horror, which it was
old school horror,
really
but taken and it was in a modern day. But the way they did it, and I love the trivia, the house party, because there weren't many scenes, right? It moves very, very fast, as you mentioned earlier. Yes.
No, it's vibes the whole time. You're just like, this is so good. I like absolutely loved it. Okay, it is time for alternate endings. And guess what? We have alternate endings.
And Ash, I have no idea. I did not do any research because I wanted to be surprised. So I'm very excited for this.
So we have alternate endings. This time they actually filmed this alternate ending. I think he's going to do, it's so new, right? I think he's actually going to do a director's cut. He's done interviews saying he wants to do that. So they filmed this totally different ending, very Romeo and Juliet, where Nikki actually dies with everyone at the end. So she comes to, she sees like what's happening and she kills herself. Right. So she sees all her friends dead and she kills herself. But people that watched it thought that like, oh, that was like too dark.
Yeah.
Because she didn't do
it to herself. Yeah.
No, exactly. I think that she should actually survive. But the dark thing about her surviving is that she retains all those memories. Right. I spoke about that earlier. So
does she though? How do you know that, Ash? How do you know she retains the memories?
Because she's screaming. She's screaming.
So she knows it's happening and she's screaming the whole time. Okay.
Yeah. Because I think that like mirrors all of the moments where like, do you want to hear her? And she's like screaming. And then in the middle of the night, she's like, just kill me. So she comes to or whatever when Bear dies. And she has that realization that she's been trapped this whole time and all this stuff has happened. But apparently there is another ending where she dies and it's like all just tragic all around.
But so she kills herself in the ending?
Yeah, she kills herself in the ending. Yeah, when Bear dies and then she kills herself as well. I think with the gun. I'm actually not sure, but I think it was also with the gun. And then there's also one other thing I want to talk about. There's a cut scene where, and this would change the whole movie, and I want to tell you about it. So there's a cut scene where Sarah and Bear are in the car, and Sarah actually tells Bear that Nikki did have a crush on him. Oh. And they cut that scene. So if they had left,
thought the whole thing was that she said that he was like a little brother to her.
Yeah, but I think he was lying. I think he was just lying about that.
Ian said that because he had a crush on Nikki.
Yeah, I think the whole thing was just a lie. So Sarah
actually seemed like she liked him in the car.
It did. Yeah. So they cut that scene. I think they did it because like it would have been too tragic. Although, I mean, that's what you're thinking the whole time. You're like, what if she actually did like you? And then you did this whole thing for nothing. Right? Yeah. You caused like misery for everybody and killed people. Yeah. But I guess that was a scene. And in terms of the actual movie, so there is going to be a sequel or some kind of anthology series.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But Michael Johnson's not going to be in it. I mean, he's dead, right? But he said he's not going to be contributing to it. But I think they might do like a prequel or something where they kind of unpack the One Wish Willow environment.
I'd be into that. I'd be into that.
I would too. But yeah, hopefully there's a director cut that comes out, but there were some deleted scenes and alternate endings that maybe would have changed the way you thought about the movie. I actually thought the ending we got was brilliant. I don't know about you.
I liked the ending. Yeah, no, I love the ending. I liked that. Like, I'm not going to lie. I wanted to see Bear suffer. Yeah. So I was happy with the ending.
Yeah. I mean, okay, let's talk about that. Right. The whole time, like he did this to her. He knew what he was doing and he still like took advantage of the situation. Right. Like you got what you wished for, buddy. Like it's not what you wanted. You can control everything. Yeah. So I also think he got what he deserved. I also love that they kept her alive because she has to like deal with it, but just like her screaming at the end, like it leaves at the end of the movie, it leaves you with it. You're like, oh my God, that actually happened. That's crazy. Yeah. Right. So I really enjoyed that as well. All right. It's time for the villain. Who is the villain of this movie? 1, 2, 3. Bear. 100%.
There's only, he's the villain, one villain, the only villain. I think Ian's kind of a villainy, but not as bad as Bear, obviously. I mean, Bear's the villain. I mean, like you said, very incel-ish. He caused it all and then but still took advantage of the situation. Yeah. And I love it the whole time. They were like, they think she's taking advantage of him. And it's like, and he never admitted it. Like the whole time, it took him like a while to admit that it was his wish that did it, which is ridiculous.
Okay. So the title of the movie, Obsession, it's his obsession with her.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He did all of this because he couldn't just admit how he felt and deal with rejection.
And he had the option to do it. Yeah. Like he's up there with Michael Myers and Jason, in my opinion, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely the villain that caused all the deaths.
And him acting like all sad, like, oh, they killed Sarah. Like you knew what was happening. Like you did this to her. You could have ended this. You were 100% the villain. There's no other villain. Yeah.
No,
because he knew what he did.
Yeah,
he's the villain. He did.
100%. And if you think otherwise, listeners, like, let us know. But you're going to have to do some very strong convincing that it's anyone other than Bear. Yeah. Or if you think somehow he has redeeming qualities, like, let us know.
Yeah.
But
I don't think so.
You're going to have to convince us.
If you're scared of Nikki, like, he made that happen, right? So it's not Nikki.
I kind of found her enjoyable.
I did too. She was kind of fun.
As a horror movie, you know.
She was like really exaggerated. And like she did interviews where she said that like she wanted to make her like really human, but she just experienced everything on like a really like intense level. Right. So everything was
she would always like apologize.
So I apologize. Like everything was just like super intense. But at the core of it, she was still like trying to be human. Right. Yeah. That's her like killing people and stuff. But she was not the villain. Okay, it's time for Sips and Simmering questions. So we have one this week from a listener who wrote us on Instagram, Odie Poo. Thanks for writing us. And she asked, did you two find the movie too realistically scary so as to keep you up at night? And I think we kind of answered that in a previous session.
I did not. I mean, again, the thing that's keeping me up at night was the cat stuff because I keep thinking about it and I keep wanting to like vomit every time I think about it.
Yeah.
That kept me up at night. The rest of it did not. The rest of it, I mean, me watching it, I just felt really bad for her.
Yeah.
Like I felt really bad for Nikki the whole movie. So it wasn't keeping me up at night. I wasn't thinking anyone was watching me or anything like that. So no, for me, in terms of scares, did not keep you up at night. The movie's very disturbing, though, in many other ways.
So I just thought of something. I have a question. You know that thing going around where they're like, would you choose the man or the bear? They're like, I would choose the bear. Did they name him Bear on purpose?
Because I wonder.
He's pretty scary, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if that was intentional or not, but he was definitely, as we spoke about, the villain and just someone trying to like take advantage of you. I think that's like what was the scariest thing for me. I didn't find Nikki scary. I found like some of the scenes scary with her movements and stuff, but she was like under a spell, right? So it didn't really.
And so you knew that from the get-go because you knew. But I actually think some of the scariest parts of Nikki were the auditory piece when she was screaming.
Yeah, that's true.
She did a really good job with that. And it was very quiet. It was just her screaming. They did a really good job with that.
But also where she would like be freaking out, then all of a sudden be like, okay. Like it would be,
no. She'd be like, okay.
Like the juxtaposition.
And she would like just go off. Yeah. She was really good at that.
Yeah. I thought that was really good. But I thought in the moment, it was just a great movie. Like I loved it. I did not want it to end. I'm like, I love this movie.
And I would say on rewatch, it's even better than the first time around. Like you got to watch it twice because you do notice things. Like I did not notice some of the things when he called the One Wish Willow guy. Like I didn't put two and two together.
Oh, and watch for her
the screaming.
Watch for her in the window. Watch for her in the background at the end of the end of the movie where she's like in the corner. There's certain things that are like very, very scary.
Yeah.
It just didn't keep me up at night, but I left the theater being like, that's a 10 out of 10. Like that's such a great movie.
Yeah. And you're like, and so I do hope they add to that universe. I hope they do it justice though.
And I think, so $1 million, right? Like everyone's been talking about, even Christopher Nolan, right? Who has like the Odyssey out right now was talking about it. He's like, you don't need a big budget. You need, right? I know you've seen it. I haven't seen it yet. So no spoilers, but he's like,
won't give spoilers of the Odyssey poem. Again, I didn't even know the poem. So
the poem, it's a poem.
I think it's poems.
I think it's like history. Okay, whatever. Like, I mean, it's not real, obviously, but it's like historical lore. It's a lore.
I guess. Again, I didn't know.
Anyway, what I want to say, I want to say what I want to say about Christopher Nolan. He did an interview and he said, I'm really interested in the story. He's like, look at Obsession. Like, it was a low budget movie, but all you need is a good story, and like everything can grow from there. I think he's going to do great things, but it's just been a really good year for horror. Well, that's going to do it for Sips and Screams episode 34, Obsession. Thank you so much for joining us and listening today. Join us next time as we sip on more themed cocktails and discuss the good, the bad, and the truly terrifying of our favorite horror movies. Cheers. Cheers.